Hello and good evening. Happy Friday to everybody. Welcome to another round, and we're double streaming with Little Black Book on Kojo's channel, Little Black Book 91. I'm glad you are all here with us both. Me and El Cid is here for now. Kojo is probably off somewhere taking a nap. Hopefully he'll be back before we are done. But if not, you guys will get a double stream from Kojo's live, because I'm pretty sure after he finished watching the episode, he will have a lot to say himself, and he will be back again for another live if he don't make it with us tonight. Anyways, if you're new here and you're on my channel, or if you're on both channels, matter of fact, and you're new here, please do us a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with a friend. And if you don't want to miss any more of our upcoming lives, please go ahead and hit that notification bell so you be up to date when we go live at any time. And every Friday, you know, me and El Cid is over here at another round doing a quick cap of the episode. So I'm glad to have you all with us tonight. I hope everybody is doing good on Friday. We are in our pajama jam because it was a pajama jam party, baby. And since it's love month, we got our hearts on, okay? It's love month. I don't know if there's much love going on in the episode. Elle, what you think?
There was a lot of love, but I don't know if it's for each other.
It was a lot of filling upper. It was a lot of filler uppers. I don't know how you feel about this episode. How did you feel about it?
This was a filler episode. It was a filler for me. It did reveal a few things, but it was a filler episode.
Definitely, that's what I got from it. I was just like, okay, you start off telling us that we about to get a pajama jam, and then halfway in the episode, that's when we get our pajama jam. Why? Why? I want my pajamas to be on right now.
but one person needs to be fined. One person needs to be fined because they did not come in pajamas.
Who wasn't in pajamas? Who was missing their PJs?
Chaz wasn't in pajamas. Tommy came and called him out, said you look like you're about to hit the court.
Maybe that's what he's sleeping in, basketball shorts. You know, some of us.
We did not say sleeping wear. We said pajamas.
Okay, he missed the memo on buying. He last minute buys. Look, they try to give him time with the other dates in between to head over to Target, get you a little fine pajama wear.
Who was it? Previous seasons, they said they went to Nordstrom's to get their pajamas.
Who was it? It was one of the men's. Was it Jonathan? Was it my friend? One of the men's. They was fancy with it. No, it was Tyrone. It was my other friend.
Now, for those who don't wear pajamas, because we are seeing the chat, the thing is that this is the wear for the party. So you come as the host has asked you to come.
Listen, they lucky I came in anything at all, because some of us like to sleep in the buff.
Time out now. Time out.
Tommy did tell him, I don't want to see any of your body parts hanging anywhere.
So Chaz did come into Kojo's chat and said that is exactly what he wears for pajamas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm just getting, like a t-shirt and some basketball shorts on. You know, I don't know. He didn't want to splurge for the fancy stuff. He didn't want to wait for Shein to get in, or Fashion Over for men's.
Well, the ladies already say that he is the finest looking one. So I guess if he did come in his pajamas, you know, that would be overkill. He already fine.
Listen, hey, because he could have came in boxer briefs, and I don't think nobody would complain. Would that have been violating Tommy's rules if he came in some boxer briefs? The long john ones.
Now, you know how we get when men dictate what we wear. Should we go down this road?
No, but I'm asking if would that have been wrong if he would have been violating Tommy's rules, because Tommy's rules is that he don't want to see the body parts. But if he came in some boxer briefs or the long johns,
Yeah, I wanted somebody to come in a whole onesie.
I did too. We ain't getting that no more since big old Clifton done did it. I was looking for the long onesies. See, they loving the Long Johns in the chat. Aries said that would have been a violation. That would have been a violation. You're no fun, Aries.
Now, what if the Long Johns with the buttons in the back, if the buttons slipped?
Right? Why is the man's wearing the ones with the buttons in the back? No, I don't want to see him in those. Hey, listen, Aries, you talk about some body parts maybe have been shown. Some body parts can show in the basketball shorts. That's why I like when they wear them.
Oh, you're trying to say that was the strategy.
I hope it was for the ladies' sake.
It would certainly keep him in the top position.
Well, I don't think he was going to have a problem with the top position according to the ladies, because they all, I guess, unanimously, why that word won't slip off my tongue now. They all agreed. Yeah, the last half of it don't want to come off my mouth. So they all agreed that out of all the men's, Chaz was the finest, according to Patrice. So, or is that just her finest?
She said they all agreed.
Okay, well, he could have came in anything and they wouldn't have cared at this point.
And I agreed with them from episode 1. So
listen, he could have came in that long robe. You know, them old school, them long PJs. The onesies for babies. He could have came in with some tube socks on.
Any one of them. And I almost came on with my Alonzo bonnet because I have a big bonnet like that. I almost came.
Oh, shoot, I should put mine on right now. Because I know one of them is not too far from me. I seen that. I was like, okay. He got them locks, though. I know you got to keep them locks nice and neat because, baby, them locticians be taxing.
There you go.
I don't know if you know. Them locticians will tax you, so you better keep them in nice and neat as long as possible.
But nobody came in a smoker's jacket, with nice loafers. Where's Sean when we need the loafers?
Where is the loafers of it all? You know, Sean would have came in a nice smoking jacket, a fake cigar, because I don't think he smoked. A little stopwatch in the pocket,
Yeah.
Sean, some Gucci loafers. Sean would have had it clean up there, baby. Sean would have had us doing it. I know. I mean, Fenty makes the robes for men, the smoker jackets, the nice cloth one. I should have put that one on too, baby, because I love mine. Nobody came in no Fenty. Fenty make it for men too. They unisex, some unisex onesies and stuff like.
Everybody came well dressed, comfortable.
Mm-hmm. They did. Do me a favor, guys. If you're here before we totally get started, we streaming from both Kojo's channel and my channel. If you can bounce around, it doesn't matter who chat you want to be in because both chats is active and live. But if you could just do us a favor, but like both chats for me, please. I'm going to send the link in Kojo's chat to mine again one more time. And I need to send his link over here. Let me make sure. Let me see. I'm looking at his channel now. So I'm going to send the link to the sides.
JR just said Long Johns would reveal too much in the morning, so it wouldn't be appropriate. Well, they're not staying overnight. They're just there for a party, JR. They're not going to stay overnight.
First of all, if you waking up soon as out your sleep and coming downstairs before you pee, well, that's on you, boo-boo.
Okay. Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Hey, I've had a few margaritas with a friend, so I'm trying to keep it together, Jay. You cannot take me to the deep end.
Okay, because I ain't had no margaritas and I should go get one. But
I had them before 6 o'clock.
They wearing off. Let's hurry up and get you going before they wear us off. Aries, check your inbox. Check your inbox, mommy. But yes, okay, all right. We're gonna get going because this episode is gonna be more of us clowning than anything, child, because it was a filler. So we're gonna fill it with the jokes. And that's what we gonna do. I guess Justin was introduced to the men. I don't but LaRon said he wasn't worried about Justin, baby.
And I love when they said, "You ain't talking to my girl," and Justin said, "I might." Justin is here for it. I like it. Justin's like,
Justin
"I
said,
might."
bitch, I might be. I might be. Justin is with all the smoke. I swear. He really is. He was stealing dominoes. He's stealing Mr. Steal Your Girl. He Mr. Steal Your Dominoes. He was with all the smoke. Okay. I'm here for it too. I'm not mad at my brother. That guy is doing the daggone thing. All right.
Well, since his precious dog wasn't with him, he wasn't spilling drinks this episode.
Thank God. I mean, we could have seen him change clothes, you know, how they do it up on Coming to America. Let me get you out those wet clothes. I want to see who would have took him to get it out those wet clothes. That would have been interesting, you know, because please don't let it be KOSHIEA.
What I did find interesting when Tommy announced Leyland's departure.
Mm-hmm.
And I was surprised that Chaz was surprised. I thought they spoke off camera and he would have known. So him saying he was surprised, that kind of threw me a bit.
Well, maybe they don't talk as often as he say they do.
Or maybe it's at a point where you're not close enough to me for me to share my, family challenges.
Or maybe she don't want to divulge that info on what it is and why it is she left. Who knows? Who knows? My girl said, "I'm out, deuces." To her, it was not important to keep. It wasn't important for her to tell him. So maybe the connection wasn't as connecting as we all thought.
Maybe.
Well, best of luck and wishes to my girl. See you later, mommy. Anywho, first of the dates that we wasn't at in our pajamas. Ugh. I'm trying to get comfy and stuff, and they want to go work out. Who wants to do that? We had
They were laying on their back.
That's true. That's true. And getting stretched. It's always good to loosen up those muscles before.
See, if I was feeling him, I would have asked to stretch him.
Or ask, can he stretch me? We'd have been each other's stretch partner.
Right.
The lady would have been coaching us through it.
Yeah, nothing strenuous. Mm-hmm. But if I really liked you, I would have gotten my hands on you.
Yeah. I guess, I'm curious. I don't know. I can't pin who she's actually feeling because I didn't get that she's feeling Jonathan too much this episode either. I guess Will is just that in all be all for her, huh?
They must be building a connection off camera because I don't see it.
But I don't know. This was just like a get to know you conversation that they were really having to me. He wants to lighten the load for his lady and vice versa. I'm like, how are we both going to lighten each other's load? But okay. Listen. I don't know what your load consists of. You want too many kids. That's a long load. You're going to be lighting on some woman.
I did agree with him because I was kind of raised the same way. We don't really say I love yous. We don't really say it. Words don't mean as much as what you do. Show me. Do exactly what is needed and show me. So I heard what he said. I understood what he said. And I was right there with him. It's like, show it. Because I'm a person right now. You could tell me whatever you want to tell me. But I need to see you doing something. I need to see action in play. Or else I don't believe you.
Well, we're gonna see because they're not showing much of Dominic, so we ain't getting much of his action going on. We only got him twice in this episode, and previous we barely seen him. So I have no clue. Hold on, somebody's joining the pajama jam. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some Aries in it.
I don't have my pajamas on though.
You got a t-shirt. Okay. You okay? You came in like Chaz.
Yeah, you in the Chaz group.
Black Barbie.
You can't sleep with them sparkles.
You say you can't sleep with them sparkles.
Right. Well,
hey, Hey, Aries, I had to get my attire approved, so.
Okay. See, I didn't know. I'm a last minute ad, so you know.
Oh, not for me. Not for me. She didn't have to get it approved for me. Shoot. I'm not Tommy with it. Okay. she got situations at home.
Your husband?
Yeah.
He said, "Don't be going over there acting up because I know how you do."
No, that he knows is a given. He just was like, "Oh, that looks nice."
I don't have heart pajamas though. I need to add that to my repertoire. I ain't got no man. So.
You would have had to get approved of by your boys.
I just be like,
I approve this message.
Yeah. Anywho, I have been having my out before this, so you know, I'm going out later.
Oh, I went out before. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Well, let's get this going before we lose all of this of El Cid's craziness.
It's still here.
It ain't going away.
We're talking about Dominique and Alexis's date, and that don't talk, don't say it, show it.
It was kind of boring. I don't see it.
And that's what I say. It was just to get the particulars out the way date.
I was like, no vibes.
No vibe. Chemistry. What about I know I'm gonna skip to the pajama party just a little bit because what about him with Mika?
Well, I didn't understand that from the beginning. Like, he wants kids. We learned that on the first mixer. So it was like one of those things, even when he was like, I still want to pull back. Like, that's what we do when we know we talking to somebody we don't need to talk to, but we like them, but we don't need to be talking to them because really we're not on the same path. But I want to still have you as an option to just like fool around with. That's really that type of energy. Like, it's like when Lamar, for all the craziness that he is, when he met her and she said, "I don't want no," he said, "Nice to meet you. Have a good day. Bye-bye." That's how we really supposed to do, but we don't do that. So I feel like Dominic just saying that either was just kind of a safety measure to be like, at least I have another person that I know like me, that I like, but we know that we really wouldn't be a good match, So that's what I felt from that. It's not a real and she knows she does not. I feel her because I'm not having no damn kids. Ain't no kids having it. I don't care how cute you are. I don't care. I don't care. So I feel like she's on that same vibe. It really doesn't matter.
Tell me how you really feel.
Right. And it's like, it means a lot to me. Okay, well, I can't talk to you. Like, literally, when I meet a guy, if you say you want kids, bye. Have a good day. We're brother and sister now. Like, we have put into the friend zone immediately. If it's a cool person or whatever. Like, a lot of my guy friends, the reasons why we ended up in the friend zone was because they said they wanted kids when we first met. So it was like, oh, cool. Okay, well, now you're a brother. So that's how I feel that was.
What you think El Cid about that?
About what?
Monique. And now I'm just gonna call everybody. Mika and Dominique.
Oh, Mika and Dominique. I heard her, agreed with her, understood. There weren't many men there who didn't want any more kids. Justin came in the 11th hour saying he's at peace with whether he has kids or not. William is the only other man who has 3, and that could be it for him, or he could have more. But all the other men, if I'm not mistaken, wanted kids.
Alonzo didn't necessarily say he wanted kids, but he was just like, I'm saving that for somebody,
Right.
But, that could be whatever.
So there wasn't anyone really there for her.
And her and Jonathan, even if he might be cool with not having kids because he has a son already, but they didn't hit it off, so that don't count either, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for her, it wouldn't make sense for most of those men. Now I understand her. That age gap. That's
a huge gap.
I started all over when my child was like in middle school. I felt it for her because my kid's gap is 5 years. I couldn't do it.
If I had waited one more year, I definitely wouldn't have had another kid. Like my kids they're stair steps. I was like, they need to be together as one. There's like it's basically like having twins. I would have never. I would not. I would have.
Yeah. Right. After my second one, I made sure that the shop is closed for business. So there would be none extra coming out. But that age gap, I felt it for her. I was like, "Ooh, girl, I understand why you don't want to go there anymore. I understand it. I agree with you. I am with you."
Solidarity. We said solidarity with you. We get it. We got it. I wonder why they match people like this. You have in-depth conversations with these people when you're casting. They did the same thing with us. I just feel like, why would y'all cast so many people? And maybe they just struggled with casting, child. Clearly they did. The ages, the desires, like I just don't feel like they match. No, April. The boys have a sister. She's 24. Don't need a daughter. I was in her life since she was 6 years old, so we good. No, like that. I just feel like they were so mismatched with all the people, and what they want. So that's to your point, Elsa. Like it's not many people there. So when Justin is like, I don't have to have kids, even though he is young enough to definitely have kids, and if he wants them, he can get them because he seems like he had a good personality so far. He ain't done nothing crazy. And he cute. She was like, good. You don't want kids? You don't care if you have kids? Cool. Well, I'm gonna attach myself to you now. So I mean, I felt her on that. If that's the only one that was there that was cute, that possibly is a potential, hold on to him, girl.
I guess I don't know, but if they figure him out before you hold on to him, shoot, I don't know. He might be.
Out of the group that they have, she's seen everybody already.
I know she's seen him. I didn't say figure anybody else. I said figure him out before you hold on to him too. Shoot, otherwise just be like, you know what? I got a family issue too. I got to go.
Which will happen if over time we go see when they have to bring their family and their friends and all that stuff.
Now, my biggest thing with Dominique and this whole, I'm going to just keep her around to see, see some particulars. I know that we don't line and I really want kids. She don't want none at all. That's just giving me, I want to practice making kids with you. And hopefully accidentally, if it happens, see where it goes if I do accidentally knock you up. Like, sir, move on.
Well, he did say his grandfather had a lot of kids. He didn't say grandma. So,
yeah.
You might be with that.
It was giving me placeholder. I'll be with you. You will hold this place until the woman that I truly can build a family with comes along.
Women's. Allegedly. I'm saying he a little late. I said it at the first episode. He a little late for the 2 to 10. You know what I'm saying? So if you still in that running on getting I just feel like you're gonna have to have some project twins. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna have to
How
be
old is he?
Girl, I gotta go all the way back to the beginning of the notes.
All the way back to the beginning.
Is he in his 40s?
I'm gonna need you to bring your own notes.
I know I don't take notes. I just was wondering if he was in his 40s.
I think it was late 30. No, 40. No, that's not him. That's not him. That's not him. Let me not.
Was he 36?
No, he's 35. I'm not saying it's late for him. I'm just saying for most of the women, he's gonna have to be dating younger because most of the women, it's never late for men. That's not a problem for men. They can have them well off into whatever.
Just because they can, don't mean they should, child.
Yeah, we have passed the age of 2 to 10. I'm sorry, we've passed the age of 10 kids. But who in this economy can provide for 10 kids?
Child, I want to know what he do if you can. If you can, let me know what you do. Because listen, I'm trying to find a job.
Listen, I don't want to pay for the 2 kids I got. Yeah.
Shoot, I'm struggling.
Great.
Look, the 3 kids.
I was like, y'all like every sport, they golf. We do everything. We try to get some scholarships. Y'all need some money.
Hey, tell them come and take care of these 2 kids. That's 2 of the 10.
I got 2 already. We started off. We already got it. You don't need no.
I know they out here saying Sierra and Russell. Look, they started though. They already on their way. They about 5 in. See, they halfway there.
Exactly.
You're on baby number 5. Look, I don't know. I lost count.
I ain't counting. I'm up to 2. And that was full stop. End of story.
Not the full.
And that was always my goal. I was like 2. I said I was gonna have 2 boys when I was planning my life out as a young girl. 2 boys. And God blessed me with what I wanted, and I'm done. And they're healthy, they're handsome, they're smart. I don't need nothing else. I'm good. They have a sister. They came with a ready-made sister already. Don't need a girl. Been in her life since she was like 5. Had that experience, still having that experience. I'm good. I don't need nothing else.
Look, I got 1 and done. Her daddy done had the rest for her, and she's happy to be the only child over here. Okay, Woo. She got twins and brothers. She got 2 and 2. 2 girls, 2 boys. She good.
Love it.
I didn't want any. My mother was scared to death she wouldn't have any grandkids. Scared to death. I had 1, and I said done. And then it's like, no, I know what it is to grow up as an only child. Okay, and we're like looking left and right. Okay, we could do this another time. And then that was the end, period, point blank. No more.
I knew that I wanted to, and I said if I had to, I want them close because me and my sister are like 5.5 years apart, and we're night and day. Like it's a big gap to me. So I was like, I don't want them to be that far apart. I want them to be closer. So that has been a blessing because they basically help raise each other. Like my oldest had a partner. So that helps a lot to have more than 1. But yeah, if I had waited 1 more year, I would have only had 1. So I don't know what all this crap. That was the olden days. We're not doing that no more.
The olden days. That was a generation before us. Stop that.
The olden days. My grandma, like that's grandma's time.
No, definitely my grandparents. My grandparents. My grandpa, I think it's 17, and my grandma is 12. Had 12.
Like it was 10 and 10 on both sides. Mm-hmm. Then my mom's mom had 7. My dad's mom had 5. And then mostly everybody in my mom's generation are like 2, 3, it went down. And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you.
No, my great grandmother had 7. And then her kids, most of them, 3 of them had over 5 kids, but my mother was an only child. I'm an only child. We kind of like staggered it down.
Mm-hmm. So no. To the minimum.
Right, and you see it's only girls. My grandmother was the only girl of 7. My mother's the only child, only girl. I'm the only child, only girl. And then I end up with 2 boys. So when I tell people I'm the first, my oldest son was spoiled. Yes, he is the first boy in quite a while.
I'm spoiled. I'm the only granddaughter on my dad's side. And it was my grandma had 5 kids, all boys, 1 girl. My dad was the only one that had a girl. out of all the grandkids. So it's a bunch of grandkids, and I'm the only girl. So I'm like, I got spoiled by being my daddy's only child and being the only granddaughter. Don't come in my life trying to unspoil me. Okay, like leave me alone. And
get with the program.
I had 2 boys. My sister had 2 boys. My best friend had all boys. They finally had a girl. All my cousins got boys. Like everybody, it's like we went from all girls on my mom's side and then all the girls had boys. It's so weird, but yeah.
I came from a girl family. My sister just had a boy, but unfortunately for the boys, we can't keep the last name because the only one that had a boy is my one male cousin. The rest of us is all girls that end up having some boys. And the one cousin that is producing the most, his last name is his daddy's last name. So he ain't even keeping our family last name. So
that's really why my name is hyphenated, because I'm my dad's only child. And I knew that when I was married before the boy's dad, I changed my name. I literally cried at the DMV when I had to give up my thing because I was just like, my name is gone. Like, that's the name. So my son, Marvin, my youngest son, his name is Marvin Russell Williams. That's my dad's first and middle name. And then I hyphenated my last name so that when me and the boy's dad divorced, I just kept it like that because I was like, well, as a family, we co-parent and stuff too. I don't want no problems at the school. Like we still do this together. But also, I'm grateful that I actually named my son after my dad, because when my dad passed, like he got to have his first and middle name. And, you know, even though the last name is not there, I still have that. But I was like, we got to have his legacy. And when I tell you that's his child, I named the right one because he acted like, well, we get it. The bottom line, we get it.
Yeah. We continue the legacy of the men. One, my grandfather had the same middle name that passes down from generation to generation. So we just kept that. But we understand, Mika. Girl, we stand with you. We understand you.
We stand with you, yes.
Well, while we stand in unity, we're going to move along. LaRon and Vanessa was having their bodyboard and yoga date.
I would have been so mad at that day.
As much water was around in this episode, it was so dry.
The bodyboard was the only thing really wet.
Nope. Vanessa got wet too after talking mess about LaRon. She done almost fell off the board, child. Ain't no way you about to have me on the ocean doing some daggone yoga on no board. I'm so sorry.
Being filmed.
In the lake too. It's dirty and gross.
In the lake? No, ma'am.
We ain't got no ocean. You know we ain't got no ocean in Texas, child. They was in Lake Rowlett or Louisville or something.
Child, you better put me in some crystal clear. You know what I'm saying? Jamaica barely got me in the ocean. Barely, okay? And every time I go in there, they snatch something from me. And then I took my earrings. God dang it. I'm tired of being robbed by the ocean. I'm tired.
You know what? These dates showed me that men in this show, and maybe some men out there, don't stretch. They don't stretch. I have to say that getting my husband into a good stretch routine is too a challenge.
Child, I try to get mine to stretch just before his own workout, and Lord, okay, he be complaining about that like that's the workout. I'm like,
that's the first sign of old age. Like, you need to be mobile. That's why you get up and you be like, I popped something when as soon as I got up. Well, you're not flexible. You're not mobile.
If you pay attention to them when they play sports in school, like at school age, they don't like stretching then either. They have to be forced to actually stretch. It's just something that they don't like doing. They just feel like they can just walk in the gym, lift some weights, and everything will be fine. And I'm like, you can't do that, because if you don't loosen up the muscles, all they do is tighten up. And then when you go to use them, they pop. So, hey, do you, boo-boo. Do you? The only man that be stretching in this world that I ever see is Russell Simmons, baby. That man would have a whole yoga sit on you with that leg up in the air like Russell.
And we don't need nobody being like him.
Lord, I just be seeing it though, because I'm like, he really be sitting in that yoga sit. Just come from
crisscross applesauce.
Not gonna call this man Richard. Oh yeah, Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons. He was known for the exercise though. He definitely. But shoot, I'm talking about it this day and age. Russell is still over here doing yoga all day, 24/7. Child. I don't know how he ain't got paid.
What is the allergy to stretching? I just would like to know, because
I think they just want to stay young. They think they're still young. Like they could just, you know how you used to just go work out and you didn't have to stretch and all that. They're still they think they still got it like that. Nah, you better get out here and reach for them toes.
Again, though they decide to do this in an area where they can potentially lose their life if they don't know how to swim, they should have gone ahead and said, let's go back to shore. We partner stretch on the ground. I be needing partners. Listen, when I stretch, I be needing partner stretch. That's the best stretch right there too. Like, we get a little interaction going, we get a little connection happening and all this stuff like that. However, in these cases, we just placing people on dates with people because ain't none of these people connecting. You know, LaRon is not connecting with Vanessa, especially because Vanessa thinks he's a party boy from somebody, everybody. Actually, from his mouth. That was confusing. That's why I was like, why are you confused talking about the ladies is running with this narrative? Sir, you gave them the narrative.
We saw you in your bathroom with 2 ladies.
You told us the narrative.
He said it Wednesday through Sunday. That came from his mouth.
You partying 5 days out the week. It's only Monday and Tuesday that you ain't partying. So where we get this narrative from?
But he works from home. He lives alone. You know, if he doesn't go out, then he'll, become a hermit. We understand he needs, human interaction. After COVID and being shut in, we understand.
And he's young too, though. Isn't he like 31?
Yeah, he's young, but that's fine. Everything. But my problem is, no, I think he was 42. Hold up now.
Aries keep coming. Aries is coming with these age pop quizzes.
Yeah, I think
no, he's young. I know that part for a fact.
Child, they be lying to us about the age on these things too, so it ain't no telling. They like to tell us about 50 different ages. Remember, Phil was on his season was 54.
Low 30s for sure.
You got one more age question, Aries.
They got him for 41. They got LaRon at 41. Is it 31? They got him for 41.
Yeah, I was like, Will is 31 for sure too. But I'm just saying, as a young person, at that time in my life, I was outside too. Hell, and I had just got divorced. I was like, what they talking about outside?
So I'm not saying you can't be outside, but I'm trying to figure out why you confused as why the ladies is running with the narrative that you gave them. You can party all you want. That's fine. You told us you was gonna party until that one get you out the streets. Okay.
He told the catfish that.
This is true. I think the catfish got him out the streets. The catfish had him sold, baby. Maybe if she come in and rap letting the catfish, she can get him at home. Okay. I don't know. I was just like, LaRon, why are you so confused? But he was confusing all this whole episode because the way he was playing in our face with KOSHIEA, like, bro.
Would this be in the gaslighting category?
Oh, it's definitely in the gaslighting, some manipulation type category. Like, but you know what it is? You know what it is? It's that little tit for tat petty. When I'm feeling some type of way, but I don't really express that I like you, but I want you to like me without me telling you that I like you. And when you don't, or if you keep moving around, now I'm mad at you. So now I'm about to move around to prove that I'm not mad at you, but I'm mad at you. That's what this BS is.
And they were lit.
He said BS a lot tonight.
Confusion. Purity confusion.
So pajama party. I liked KOSHIEA's liner before the pajama party. I welcome all conversation, especially when smoke is involved. Girl, yes, bring the smoke. I welcome all conversation.
It's like, hey, whoever want it, they can get it.
Is that I wish I would?
Yep.
Sound like it was. Sound like it was. Said I ain't here for the, but I'm with the. Okay.
There you go.
I was like, okay, Cole, I see you. Oh, Coco coming out. Coco coming out, huh? She said she welcomed all conversation, baby. I said, oh, but you didn't welcome Laurence. You wasn't for that smoke, huh? That smoke had your eyes a little teary. That was a little too close to the fire smoke, huh? Okay, baby, you was cute though. You was cute. Whose pajamas was given to y'all? Who y'all feel out of the men had the best PJs?
Some of them had the same thing on. Didn't LaRon and Alonzo have the same thing on? Did they? And Dominic, didn't three of them have the same outfit?
Special, okay. Last minute. You know, if you bulk buy at Shein, it can come cheap.
Now, if William had steamed his pajamas, I would have liked that best, but it was just too wrinkled and tight.
Did he have the same thing on too? Then they
all have didn't.
He had the shorts.
No, they didn't.
But they were navy blue, right?
Yeah.
They were navy blue with a darker blue, you know, nice lapel and edging. Yes, the trim was.
I went with Williams too. I went with
William, Alonzo, Dominic, LaRon. They have the same outfit.
Hey, at least Will didn't come with a funky sweater this time.
So, okay, never mind. I've been drinking. They come for me.
Will was completely matching. Will, you know, for me, Will was, you know, understated and put together.
Yeah. Out of the ladies,
I remember what everybody had on. Maya's thing was
I liked most of them. You know, Maya's
the color for me, for Maya's especially, I like that soft blue or violet.
Maya's side cleavage is what got LaRon in trouble, so I definitely like it.
It wasn't much that wasn't gonna get him in trouble.
Shout at all, because he was being petty.
I liked all the ladies. I liked all the ladies' outfits. There wasn't anybody that was like too, you know, off about. I liked all the outfits.
Alexis had the same outfit the dudes had on.
Right. Who do you think DeMonte would have favored?
Patrice, what does she have?
Like fashion designer.
Oh.
KOSHIEA.
Patrice. Like a light floral, something that was not the same as everybody else. Her and Maya,
KOSHIEA, they had something that was a little different. KOSHIEA had something with a little lacy on the top. It looked like lace.
That scene with LaRon and KOSHIEA, when I watched it, I was like, how would you have handled this conversation at the scenario, right? Like where Maya comes in, he directs his attention. Honestly, I mean, knowing myself, I would have let him be himself and watch the whole situation. Cool. Perfect. Do you be you? Do what you feel. Because I want to see it. I want to see how you act when you're under the influence, when a woman that you like comes in the room. Cool.
Before that, I need to know where LaRon got them tings. Because the way he said tings, I need to know where your West Indian roots are from. Because them tings
was tinging.
Was calling to my Trini roots. I was like, "Ooh, wait a minute."
That's what I got confused. I was like, what version of Ready to Love was we watching? We back in Miami? Because I was like, who in the Texas?
So I don't know.
I was like, they recruited this man from outside of Texas for real. Because that ting was tinging.
But how I would have handled it, first of all, I'm sorry.
West Indies? Somebody saying West Indies? I don't know what it's a question mark.
West Indian. We don't know what island though. The way he said things was a clear indication of his accent.
It was definitely ting like the drink. And if you know, you know.
But I wouldn't be crying over the man. Certainly would not be. Sorry.
Anything, y'all, seriously, let's just be real. I don't know if maybe I'm a hardcore broad. Like, I don't get it. And I it's clearly something they're casting for, because I just this would not affect me. I would just be like, bet. And I'm keeping that in the back of my mind, and I'm going to use that for later. But
so his complaint is that she's working the room while he's working the room.
Which he should be happy. If you want her to stay, you need her to work the room. Like, literally, this was their hold down that we had that year. I remember telling Phil, go talk to other ladies, because somebody going home tonight. We got to make sure you stay. Go talk. I don't care what you're over there talking about. But that's when you're more like, he was insecure about her having other conversations with the other guy. She was talking to Chad. She was talking to the new guy. They're the cutest guys in the cast. So clearly you was feeling some type of way, as if she was playing you, as he said in there. And it's like, let her flourish so they can vote for her, at the end.
Meanwhile, you running up in Rashida's face talking about don't like nobody else more than me. So
that's how they do, though. That's how they do, though. And I would say this: when I moved to Texas, I remember it was a younger guy that I dated, and we literally had this conversation where he wanted, and out of his mouth said that it was okay for him to date other women, but he did not want me to date anybody else. And I was just like, this is logically not making any sense whatsoever, because how is it that you could do that and I can't? And that's basically what he was saying. It's like, so you're cool with being out here running your mouth, running over to Maya all up in her neck, and you want me to still be like, oh yeah, he's my number one connection. I'm riding for him. I'm a ride or die for him. Negro, get your no.
Now, I already know that Coach is going to say that some of the things that KOSHIEA was saying is a bit of on a controlling scale, which is true. However, she was telling him, like, if we should, like, I forget the whole thing that she said, because something after she says maybe we should leave together or stuff, but you don't need to be out here embarrassing me or acting silly or something like that. However, in the same breath, he doing the same thing, because just like you said, this is a thing that men do to tell you not to be in everybody's face while they out in everybody's face. If you can do it, I can do it too, boo. I can do it better. Actually, watch
you
me.
You about to be mad. Oh, this is what you're doing? Okay, cool. Let me go. Let me get in my bag.
Oh, so you want to see a worker room? Oh, hold on, audience. Now that I got y'all attention, watch this trick. Hey, listen, I'm about to be on my Suki. I don't know about a magician, but I'll be a magician. Watch this magic work. Watch this magic work. Okay, excuse me. We ain't exclusive. And she just told him just prior to that, hey, if you feeling me, I'm feeling you. We need to just go ahead and leave this process. We're done. But clearly you're not, because you're doing what you're doing. So let me do me. I'm allowing you to do you. I haven't said anything to you about how you've been moving up in here. So why are you checking me?
It's giving placeholder again. You are to sit there at home while I go out in these streets and come back to you and you are to be open arms and welcoming.
I'm triggered.
That's what it's giving. Because I'm sorry.
I got played like this, Elsa, in college, and this is the young Aries before the Savage came out. I'm sorry, but I got played like this. I had a boyfriend in college. He was older, right? And he would always be, and this before, we had all the technology like we have now. And he would be like wanting me to be at home all the time. And he would call my apartment phone all the time, be like, what you doing? What you doing? Like making sure I'm at home. And he'd be out acting a damn fool. So one night I decided, it was a guy who was really cute actually, but he was a barber and he knew that I thought this one guy was attractive and he was cutting his hair and he was a mutual friend of ours. And he was like, come through. I'm just at the house cutting hair or whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna come out. I ain't got nothing to do. And the dude that I liked, that I thought was cute, was there. And my dude at the time had left something over there or something earlier that day and came by and was so mad that I was like out of the house and over there. And I'm like, yo, the whole time he had a whole side broad and the whole situation going on. And I'm like, no, you wanted me to just be stuck and not have access to other opportunities while you was able to do that. I learned the game and I was like, see, I'm not about to let that happen ever again. And that's what he was trying to do.
But it clearly showed he couldn't read the room, because you're talking to her, your number one connection. Maya comes into the room, you could talk, and then says, oh, she's assassinating my character. No, sir, you said this to us early on. But if she's assassinating your character, you could be like, Maya, I'm going to talk to you later, or move KOSHIEA to another room and finish the conversation. But the fact that you were drawn to Maya, you wanted to use this as an excuse to get to Maya, and Maya kept on digging because she knew you were reacting to it. I do agree that KOSHIEA was using some tactics, but she was honest. She's like, we cannot hone in on each other so early. You have to have other connections, to have other votes, so you could stay here. She was right. I can't hone in on you, because that's how, when I look at the other seasons, that's how we get eliminated early.
Period.
I'm trying to get the votes together. I already got yours. I don't need to be up in your face. But he felt hurt about it. It's like, dude, we are here to mix and mingle. We are not here to be attached at the hip. I'm sorry. But Maya's outfit gave him whiplash, and then he was thrown from the car because he got out that seat.
And you did that on camera. On national TV, bruh. Let's put it all together. You are embarrassing me publicly at this point. We're having a conversation. We're trying to get somewhere, and you literally get up and go tend to. No, bye. I'm done. I can't.
But kudos to Chaz for trying to get him to hear, because he wasn't listening to KOSHIEA, but he said he was. But I did like the conversation with LaRon, Chaz, and then late to it was Justin. Chaz was like, if you are dismissing it, then you are not listening. Just because it's not what you want to hear doesn't mean it's BS. Mm-hmm. You're not looking at it from her side. She's hurting because you have hurt her feelings. Try to see where you are hurting her. But he's like, that's BS. That's BS. I don't want to hear it. That's BS.
And your ego got in the way, because also you're like, I'm not about to go chase that bear. I'm not about to. No, she don't want to. She'll come when she ready. It's like,
he don't want to have to admit it, because then he has to acknowledge that he was wrong and take account for that. He rather just justify his actions with Maya by saying, no, she doesn't feel me. She's not feeling me. And what she's saying is wrong. And she, this, that, and the third. It's just like, you knew you was wrong in that moment. Everything you did in that moment, because you jumped out of that conversation, mid-conversation with that girl, to go put your hands all up on and be up in Maya's face.
You would be a rap for me. I'm like, that made me mad. That did make me mad. And I'm cool with LeBron in real life, but yeah. No.
Yeah. And I get it. It may be the alcohol or whatever and stuff like that, but that means that you have no self-control when you're on it. And that's a problem, sir. Like you might want to check that out. If you're on the alcohol and that's what prompted you to do all that, because now you're potentially being inappropriate. Luckily, Maya was cool with it, but if she wasn't as such an inviting type person, and I don't mean that like in a bad way, but I'm saying that she's cool, all right with it, because she kind of likes you a little bit. If she was anybody else on this cast that's not feeling you, that would have been a whole problem. Because you're not reading the room.
I'll go with Auntie Gladys Knight. If I was your woman,
if I was your
I should be able to keep you sitting there and draw your attention with a word.
If you get your ass out that seat, it's a problem.
No, with a word. Just a tone, LaRon. Just a tone would have you focused back on me. Or you could say, hey, sweetie, I should be able to calm you down with the least amount of words. I should be able to keep your attention with the least amount of words.
Elle said, I'm a black mama. I should be able to just do like this.
But you're not his mama. We're not trying to be his mama.
Listen, my looks go far. I ain't trying to be your mama, but if I give you that look,
I don't even want to have to give you that look. If you get your ass out of your seat to go talk to another bye, stay over there. Don't even come back over here. Stay where you was, because I don't want nothing to do with it. That's me. I'm not tolerating that at all. Like, you got up. Oh, you getting up to go? Oh, okay. Well, stay over there. Don't come back. That's me.
For me, it even started with, can I hold your hand? Oh no, don't touch me. The way he said that, it would have been a wrap for me there.
Wait, what did he say?
Don't touch me.
Yeah, I don't want you to touch me.
He said, "Don't touch me."
Yes,
so
at the beginning of the conversation.
To have a conversation with him.
Yes, he did say that. Because he was like, "Nah, you was out here being whatever."
Yes.
So were you, sir. So were you. Both of our hands are dirty. Come on, let's wash them together.
Oh no.
Like, quit playing with me, okay? But this is what we get for trying to have conversations on people on libations, because sometimes that's not the best time to have real heart-to-hearts with people. Just sit back and just let them, just watch them. Just sit back and watch them, and then remind them the next day, hey, you know how you was behaving last night? I seen you.
Lindsay got a point. Lindsay O got a point. I would have probably did the same. See, that's my toxic trait. Why are you over there? All right. Anyway, so Chaz, what you talking about over here? Let me see. Let me give you a little massage. Little shoulder massage.
I done went right back to work in that room, baby. Watch me work again. I got magic. Black girl magic on the loose.
Jonathan baby, and her she and Jonathan have the same favorite color. She could have been working the room again.
I'm sorry. I understand that she feels him, she likes him, and all this stuff like that. And it's probably because I'm a weirdo. Because listen, I'll cry when I don't like you, but if I do like you, you would see me so unbothered. Seriously, so unbothered. You'll know I'm bothered because I probably stopped talking to you completely. But I'll be so unbothered by everybody else. Like, I'm not about to cry about it. You chastising me, and you chastising me on top of it. Oh my God. I'll be like, oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. You thought that was some work. Okay, well, enjoy this ride. Let me pour you up a shot because you're going to need it. Let me pour you another.
I'll be like, what's the problem? What's going on? You seem irritated. What's happening? Okay?
Exactly. I would have been clueless of your reaction.
Yes. Why so mad? Why so mad, baby?
Let them see you sweat. You want me to make your plate, Chaz? Let me go take care of it for you very quickly.
Somebody
right, and I would have right. I would have said, Chaz, talk to him. Find out why he's mad. Maybe brother to brother, you could calm him down.
Yeah, that was not a good look.
Yeah, but listen, Chaz was over there stirring the pot a little bit too. She mad, bro. What you gonna do?
She's hurting over here. She's hurting.
I said, not Chad stirring the
pot. Justin too. Justin said, if she's going through all this, there is a connection there.
Hey, it was a connection to them both, though. They both acting the same way, which was kind of funny to me. I'm like, y'all two peas in a pod. Just go on in the sunset together. Like, go be in a club from Wednesday to Sunday together. Have fun.
But it's funny because Maya matches his energy more in that space to me.
She do.
Like the partying part, I'm like, that's probably why if there was gonna be one, I'm like, KOSHIEA don't seem like she about to be dealing with going in the club all like that. Maya seems a lot more like he's a party boy, but I'm probably a party girl too. Like that's probably why she's not tripping. But
maybe if we can find him somebody that like does house parties, we can get him transitioning from the club to house parties.
Well, Maya she can have house parties, as part of showcasing her waist trainer.
We assume that Maya actually liked this man and not just being friendly.
Yeah, I don't think she likes him like that.
Yeah. So because she'll just throw a couple of house parties, maybe he can be up over there partying up.
He's young. I don't think he's ready. He's too young. Let them streets keep calling you for a while. Go on out there and live your life for a little bit more.
Anytime a man say he waiting for a lady to take him out the streets, he ain't ready. You should be ready to take yourself out the street.
Like, I'm done. Because that's how when the woman who is there ends up being the one, because you just so happen to be here when he got ready.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter.
Aries.
When he's ready. You're there, I'm there. He's like, it's time. It is time now. I'm going to propose.
Aries, you make it sound like, okay, he's at the party. Whoever's the lady he's with, when the lights turn on, is the one he's leaving with.
That's how I be. You be like, somebody that invested in this man for 10 years. He been running. And then get with somebody 1 year later. Now he's like, you know what? I do need to get out these streets. Who's around me right now? Hello.
Not who's around me.
Who's around me right now?
You're cool.
You seem decent. You got all your parts and everything is okay together. Teeth.
You got all your parts. You sound like you got all your teeth. He got all his teeth.
Cool. That'll work. Done.
This is it, fellas. I'm out of here. I'm out the streets, guys.
Yeah, I'm off the market.
She just happened to be on my arm when I decided to stop.
Right. We passed by the minister and
well, since we still kind of on KOSHIEA a bit while my dog decides she want to turn circles, how do y'all feel about her trying to bulk Justin up?
Oh, telling him he need to gain weight, put some weight on him. That was interesting. That was a very country-esque statement. Old folks be like, you been eat? You eat? What's going on? You need some food? I'm like, you're doing a lot.
Now,
that was too much.
We don't like gentlemen speaking about our weight. So maybe we should refrain and rephrase it, saying, hey, if I cook for you on a regular basis, you're going to have to be running with the dog a little bit more.
Or not. Like, I don't even know why that was even like why was that even a subject? Like, how?
I think
he's looking very, sexy.
I think she likes a teddy bear of a man. That's how it sounded to me. I need a big old teddy bear, but I can't be hugged by, oodles of noodles arms. So I'm gonna need you to bulk up to be able to do the horizontal, wrestling with me. That's what it sounded like. But he was like, no, I'm good. I lost weight. I lost a whole bunch of weight. She's like, we're going to have to put it on and more.
210. What did she say? Get you to 210. We're going to put you up in a better weight class, a bigger weight class.
It was the backhand compliment for me. She was like, I would tell you that you are such a good looking man if only you had more weight. Baby, that don't sound like, sis. Say what now? I was just telling all the girls that you were such a fine man if only you had more weight.
My rule is I don't have a conversation with someone that I wouldn't want them having a conversation with me about. I do not want you talking about my weight, so I will not talk about your weight.
What you not say that about my weight?
Because what you don't want me to do is pull a scale out and say, "Okay, Carisha, come here. Let's see."
Not Carisha.
Exactly.
Please.
You're being disrespectful about the weight. You're gonna call her by the name Alexis gave her. So, girl, do not talk about a man's weight. You don't want us talking about our weight.
Just so insulting. I was like, lady, okay. And she was just smiling through it all. She was pleased. She was happy with herself. She was happy.
She was really saying something.
She was like, oh my God, he likes what I'm saying. I was like, no, I don't.
I think the translation she was trying to say is, I can cook, I can bulk you up, but that's not what he's looking for. And she's not listening. It proves she's not listening.
Young. He's still kind of young, and he's a PE athletic teacher. So I'm like, what you want from this man? Now, I'm a person that do appreciate grown man weight. I love me some grown man weight, okay? I love me a nice teddy bear. But you tall and got some build to you, and you young, I know what you could potentially grow into it. We good. I ain't got to tell you, you would be fine if you had about 20, 34 more pounds up on you.
Some meat and potatoes, girl, every time he come over and he gonna gain.
That's what I'm saying. Like, baby, I cook and I eat. Shoot, I'm one of the people that cook and eat and still don't gain weight. So you might have that same problem.
We don't like you.
Dang.
I'm sorry. I was blessed with my uncle's genes.
Okay.
Dang, Aries. That wine is hitting.
I'll be working out hard over here trying to maintain.
No, that's where I have to. I'm the opposite. I have to work out to maintain weight, because if I don't work out, I lose it. I'll be looking like Jada Pickett around here. Okay, listen, it'll be scary. It'll be real scary. So I go party. That's
what you said, like she lacks self-awareness in this moment. That what I'm saying doesn't, like, everybody needs to think about what you say if you would want to hear that back. If somebody said to her, you would be great if you had lost 20 pounds, you would be mad as hell, because I would. So,
well, if
I want to lose 20 pounds,
don't say you would look great if you gained 20 pounds. Like, baby, hold up.
Hold on.
What the hell?
Like, you would be mad. So don't say anything you don't want repeated back to you. Period.
Now see where trying to give away one of her thighs.
Huh?
I said, now see where trying to give one of her thighs, and yes, the body shame of it all. Like,
Why isn't she pursuing William if she likes the teddy bear?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I want to know what her true definition is, because I'm like, if this man, what type of 20, 30 pounds do you want? Muscle? Do you want it to be fat in a particular spot or something? What do you want him to bulk up at? Where do you need him bigger at?
I can't answer this question.
I want to just know if the bigger spot is, do you know about that spot where he should be bigger at? Like, that's the only
spot you're talking about that. Like, and I feel like it was her way of really showing him this is the value that this is what I bring to the table. I'm trying to appeal to you by letting you know I cook, I clean. A lot of guys that are into that and be like, I want a woman that's nurturing, that's gonna cook and clean. Oh, I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna do this and that. It's kind of that kind of thing. So maybe that was just her way of being like, here's what I would add.
But he's running 5 miles a day. He don't want the plate that you're trying to fix for him.
But that's what she felt her value add was gonna be. That's why she's over here. You want me to fix your plate? You want me to do this? Like that was her selling point to the guys during that day as she's trying to appeal to them to make sure she does not the woman that goes home that night. Right.
I was waiting for somebody to say we don't want no low vibrational plate.
Because I'm sure the food wasn't all that anyway.
Like the whole meal was okay. I'm gonna stop. I don't know. These people are going. We ain't gonna do it. We're gonna leave it on alone. We're gonna leave it on alone. Okay. Everybody already coming for Oprah for other things. She ain't even a part of OWN no more. So we're gonna leave it alone. They was missing plates on some other sets. So there's that.
So truth or sexy?
Truth or sexy? Who is the sexiest man of them all? LC.
Chaz.
You gonna get in trouble. See, that was a trick question. That was a trick question, LC. See, you ain't gonna try to play me.
Let's just say how Sean has a cape for certain cast members. I will wear a cape until proven otherwise with Chaz.
Don't do him.
But I will say if Chaz was bald, he would look like my husband.
That's why. Okay. You got a little similarity bias.
Yes.
And that's why she's also going to get in trouble because her husband like, hold on now.
We're looking at that. Yeah. He got hair and everything. That's rude. That's disrespectful.
I got banned from the basketball court because of that. Because I said somebody looked like they got a good BBL, one of the players.
Oh Lord, they had a high booty.
Oh yes.
The high booty basketball player.
There's a few of them.
I appreciate all of God's gifts.
But he had to come get on his knees and everything. It was so dramatic.
It was.
But apparently Patrice said that all the ladies would have said the same.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like they all would have agreed. I don't know how Vanessa was taken to that, but
she's like,
yeah, the camera didn't pan to her.
Where's the production?
Production slipping on their pimping.
They got to get on that. That's why every time that somebody say something about one of my people, I'll be like, I'll just be smiling. So you're not gonna be able to get nothing out of me. You're not gonna get no.
She probably was just a smile in a way too. She was probably like, I sure do. I sure do. Thank you, fine. Yes, Lord. Fine in mine. Fine in mine. KOSHIEA said her top connection was LaRon, but the way she said it.
Because that was after the incident. She's like, connection, yes. That's what he ain't my man. Over there up in people's face.
He said, I don't believe it. He said in his confessional, I don't believe it.
Well, I wouldn't believe it the way she said it either. She was hot. She was still hot. She was like, I guess he's still at the top. Shoot, I figure some things out.
As of right now, yes. As of this moment, sure.
Sure. Whatever y'all pick. Whatever.
Because the rest of y'all haven't pushed him out the running.
Right. For now. That's the only connection I got. So I guess he's a top. That's what she was. He's my only, so yes.
Maya chose sexy.
And twerking in Justin's face.
On her least connection.
Threw that in a circle.
Which I'm like, why wasn't he an option?
I guess she just don't know him yet. She don't know that man yet.
I thought she put more on Alexis than she did him.
I don't know. I probably would have pulled who was that from Miami season that just went to one of the ladies? I'd have kept y'all all guessing who my least connection is.
That's what I thought she was doing. She was in front of Alexis more than she was him. It looked like it.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, I'd have just kept y'all in mystery. I don't know who the least connection is yet because I ain't connected to none of y'all at all. So there's that.
After LaRonda made the other girl look up. Well, let me go over here and talk to William. Let's take some pictures.
Oh my God, how funny would that have been if she didn't twerked on LaRon?
That would have been funny as hell. I want to see somebody be savage like that on the show. Just go rogue.
Production in the background.
No, that scene.
Or put two men next to each other and then shake in either direction.
Right, left, right.
Yeah. Over there fighting. She twerked a little bit harder on me, bruh.
Can't twerk too much. They're in pajamas. They're in very light material.
Yeah, she's in very, very light material because the side boob that had LaRon.
No, I'm saying for whoever she twerked on. That wasn't
visual representation.
Well, make sure if you should be. Should I move you up on my top choice list? Might say
they would have buzzed that out.
Right. That no scene. My guy got a pillow. I'm sitting on top of him looking all embarrassed. Nah, she did good.
Will chose sexy.
And put a Habibi.
He kissed the feet of his strongest. What's up with the feet in Dallas?
Listen, I don't have a problem with any of this.
That's why I asked you. What's up with the feet?
I don't think it's a Dallas thing. I think it's just, my thing with the feet, and I don't know why this is the topic for this particular cast or whatever, but it's more about a willingness to do whatever with your person, right? Like when we're in that space, I don't need you skipping over parts. All available, and everything needs to be an option. That's all I'm saying. I remember one time I went to a pool party and this dude came from underwater with my foot in his mouth. And in front of a plethora of people. And I was just like, out of nowhere. So maybe it is a Dallas thing, shoot. I don't know.
Because whatchamacallit did it to Sharice on the Miami season. Was it what was his name? I think it was Sharice Foot.
Somebody one guy who got voted off. He was all nervous and sweaty the whole time. That dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
Trey. But so yeah, I don't know if it's a Dallas thing, but my thing is for me, it's not like somebody sucking your toes or whatever. It's like, oh my God, it's gonna, but it is just saying like, oh, you're into all of me. Like you are like a 90s R&B song. I want to lick you up and down from your head to your toe.
Okay, with that explanation, I can take it.
That's it.
But Jonathan said if he didn't want to do it, that if Will didn't want to do it, he would do it.
Because he liked feet and he liked Alexis.
And he also was mad that Will did a Habibi to her feet and kissed his own hand. He was not happy about that at all. I thought he would.
I said that's whack.
I thought he would be. I was like, he ain't kissing on your lady for real, so you should be happy.
And he didn't even kiss the shin. I'm like, oh no, he would be out.
So speaking of Will, let's talk on not Will. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Let's talk on Jonathan and Alexis, the whole thing, because they had a few moments. Because my guy came right in and was like, "I like you. Let's get this off the top, baby. What's up?"
If I could stay with you all night, I would.
He let it be known.
And her response was, "Thank you."
Because Laylin is gone. I think he liked her.
But he been liking Alexis for a minute because she's the only one who's really been open up to him.
But if Laylin was still there, I think he would have had more options.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like, well, I got to go hard on this one at this point. Now it's a battle between him and Will. So.
Well, do you think he went too hard on the truth and sexy game?
She liked it. And I hated to say that because inside, you don't want to be like, she wanted it. It's like a little weird to feel like it was inappropriate because it was lightweight too much in front of everybody and on national TV. But also, she was like, stop. She wasn't like really trying to get away. It was kind of, I think, because she has a connection with Will, like not trying to seem like she liked it too much because she didn't want to make him look stupid and be like, oh my God, that was a lot. Oh my God. But really was like, I like it. So that was kind of interesting to me. But it was more just like, I'm on national TV. You're straddling me on you in front of everybody. Like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, so, she can safely say that she tripped and fell on him.
And maybe she, yeah. Never mind.
I mean, she did not, climb on top of him.
No, she was picked up and placed on top of him.
There you go. So, not to embarrass you in front of on national television, I could totally understand. My thing was, did we, it seems like the game didn't have any boundaries to it. It seems like, it did, he didn't break any rules unless it was stated, off camera. He did whisper sweet nothings in her ear, but he held on to her whole body while he was talking in her ear. We don't know what he said, how he said it, if there was tongue involved, we don't know. But he did complete the challenge. But she did say it was awkward. She didn't say it was terrible, whatever. But it certainly brought to mind the women's lounge conversation of, if you behave a certain way with the men, they wouldn't act like that with you. So, Missy, how are you behaving with the men for one to pick you up to straddle him? I'm sorry.
They know who to play with.
And you were just played in front of the whole cast.
In front of your top connection.
So, I'm sorry. Just, I was ready for that conversation tonight because it's kind of like if KOSHIEA wanted to throw it in her face, she could have said something.
Been like, well, looky. It's Shanae's voice.
For real, with the nails.
Somebody's right here straddling somebody.
There you go. So they know, if they know who they can play with, they certainly know they could play. He knew he could play with you like that.
In front of everybody.
If he did, he definitely tried it.
It was in front of everybody. I feel like what it showed was that if it wasn't, she probably would have been cool with it. But because it was more embarrassing. Like anybody would have done that. You like, we on national TV and cameras and people and all this. Like, don't, boy, put me down. Put me down. Let me loose.
Right.
Like, listen, you could only touch my ear.
Right.
You can only touch my ear. Now whisper. And whisper loudly so everybody can hear.
Right. What you saying?
Wait, but
I want to know what he said.
But El said, you said it earlier. These PJs are a little thin now.
You want me straddling you? What gonna happen afterwards? What we gonna see, or what you gonna show and tell? I'm sorry.
She probably, maybe she saw, maybe he showed.
Oh, I'm sure she felt.
And that's why she was like, oh my God.
Maybe that was his angle. I need you to feel me. Feel how much I like you.
Feel these sweet nothings.
That could shift the tide.
Is it going to create a tide? Is it going to create a wave?
It could change the angles.
Did it create a tide?
It might break it down. We don't know.
We don't
know. We don't know yet. We're going to find out, though.
Because I remember one time I had met this dude, and he was fine. When I tell y'all, beautiful, just face fine. But he was short, right? And probably like 5'8". I'm 5'7". So he was like 5'8". And I had heels on. So it was like we were flirting. And I remember being like, you know, I told him, I said, I don't usually talk to short dudes. I straight told him. He was like, oh, okay. And later when he walked past me, he
did that close, excuse me, pass you.
I said, oh, wait a minute now.
You saw
no short. I lied.
You felt that a shorter man is closer to the ground?
I said, well, the myth is not, don't believe the myth.
Well, I was told that big things come in small packages. So
and I'm just saying, now listen, see, she said, don't get involved about the short king. Let me tell you something.
Well, I have an affinity. I have an affinity for the short kings. My grandfather was 5'5", and my grandmother was 5'9". And my first husband was 5'9", while I'm 5'11". Current husband is 6'4".
Oh,
no.
Listen.
But do not discount the short kings, because I'm telling you,
don't do it. You're gonna be bad.
I have a story time for another story time, but this is not the time. And I got Kojo Stream on here too, so I'm not gonna do it to his audience today. But one day we're gonna have a story time. And listen, I'm gonna just put it like this: I didn't go there, but I know what they were working with because it was my friend, and I was just like, "Oh my God, is this what you handing out to people? Like, what is this?"
Are these the gifts that you were giving?
Oh, Lord.
So yes, I think Jonathan wanted Alexis to know the package that could be hers.
Well, hopefully he was packing a package, because if you weren't, my guy, that would be hurtful too. That would be very, very, very hurtful that you pulled this move and she got nothing sweet out of the sweet nothings.
She said it was awkward.
And I think that she's the only one there that he actually likes at this point.
For sure.
So it's like he had to make a bold move to try to like get her to lean over to his side. Basically.
Now, see, I'm going to say this though, KOSHIEA. Now, these skinny dudes, okay? I don't care what height they be sometimes. They be like working with something. The little skinny ones, for the most part, that I've run across. So he could be.
I don't really do skinny dudes, so
you might want to find out some things be up in the little skinny packages. Okay, the skinny packages be working with some stuff. Don't let them fool you.
I'm a thick girl, I need somebody that I know can handle. They got strong legs. You gotta have a strong foundation.
I love me some legs. I love me a track star.
That foundation gotta be solid to move me. I'm sorry.
Somehow I just stumbled on the NFL some game this weekend, and I was like, "Why is they showing them on these?" And they tight. I need to get off this. I need to get off this channel. How are we here? and they giving me bottomless mimosas. This is the wrong.
I need you to be able to, I need to see how much you squat.
You squat, yes, baby.
Squat number, that deadlift number got to be high.
But listen. I look. Okay, my cousin, most of his male friends, most of them are strippers, and they be skinny. And strippers will pick you up. You know, strippers got that muscle because they be picking up all kind of people in the crowd. Okay, they body fat is down low. They built like Jonathan and Justin. Okay, so don't sleep on them now. That's all I say.
Don't miss leg day. Don't miss leg day.
Don't miss leg day. The calf gotta be strong.
Yeah, I'm not big on the male strippers, but I'm like, listen, they legs be strong because they be picking up the ladies now. They do be trolling around the room with them.
Who else? What else happened what else was an interesting dare or truth situation?
We didn't see everybody. We didn't get to see
everybody else. That was all we really got. Oh, we forgot our witch hunt.
Oh, the combative scene. That was their combative scene. Who called me? Who said I was broke? Who said I was sleeping on the floor? You know who you told you was sleeping on the floor. So why are you going around doing this? Because you didn't want to make it seem like Alexa told you that Patrice said it. That's all that was.
What's the problem with laying on the floor?
And you were just saying you made a pallet because you were staying in a stage house. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm a multi-millionaire. Oh, I can't. And I'm sorry, Will, if you watch this, I'll probably see you somewhere soon. I just can't. I don't like when guys do that. Because then they'll be the first ones being like, why? Oh, you want me for my money. But all you do is talk about how much money you got. But then you're going to be mad when somebody be like, okay, cool, you multi-million, cool, let's go on a trip. Pay my bills. Let me send you this invoice.
But what's the problem? Because sometimes we have a movie night together. We sit on the floor with blankets. What's the problem?
It gives broke. It gives instability. And obviously, if that's a big thing for you, what you look like publicly and making sure that people know that you got it, it's gonna affect you because you want people to know. You can't be telling people that you're sleeping on the floor.
It could give my bed hasn't been delivered to my new apartment yet.
You know how it is.
My question is, did y'all hear an explanation up to why there might have been a misunderstanding?
You said you misinterpreted that. Well, what did you say? What were you trying to say?
I didn't say that.
Me like, what were you saying? I said what I said was.
And what you said was
what I said was that I was gonna do. No, you didn't give us nothing.
But then the way he went about it, I'm asking all the ladies, and I'm gonna see who jumps at it. And a hit dog will bark, and boom, I got it. And I was like,
you know who said it.
If you were dealing with a true player like me, I wouldn't flinch in your face.
I'd be like, that's crazy.
Right. I really thought Patrice was gonna sit there like that. The way they came in the camera and she was sitting there like that too. I really thought she was gonna be like, oh wow. And then I thought she was also gonna be like, well, how did you know that information anyway, though?
Be like, what? That's crazy. Who said that?
Not the Portia. Who said that?
Because I'm sorry, Will, not every fish is going to grab at the bait. Ain't every fish hungry. Some fish can see you coming. So I would have been like, dang, I'm sorry somebody said that. That's real wrong. But you know what? Who said that? Because maybe they misunderstood. And then he would have said, oh, I got it from Ladies Lounge. Oh, well, that's not what I heard in the Ladies Lounge. I'm sorry. You may need to go back to your messenger. And I would have caused a little friction between them.
Child, I'd have been a whole fool. I'd have been like, you sleeping on floors?
She was like, but when we talked, you said. And he was like, no, you missed it. That was his chance to say, no, I was saying whatever he was saying. But he didn't say that. He didn't correct it.
He didn't
Unless
correct
editing just didn't give us that tea. He didn't correct it.
He didn't correct it, and she didn't sit there and catch on to he knows some stuff from the ladies' lounge again.
No, she went, I said it, so what? What you gonna do? That's what she said. I said it, so what you gonna
do? Basically.
And that's like, what you told me.
You did tell me that. Oh, so Patrice went. Okay, but you didn't get mad at Patrice though.
So are you calling me a liar? Is that what we're talking about?
No, he was hoping it was KOSHIEA that said it.
He really was.
He was really hoping it was KOSHIEA that said
it.
He was
like, but you know who you spoke to. That's what I'm confused about. Like, how many people were you talking to about this?
Man.
Because somebody, if it take you walking around doing all that, you must have talked to a lot of people about it. I don't get it.
But I'm sorry. I would have played him. I'm sorry. I would have played him and let him go running back to Alexis and let them start confusion together. Because you wouldn't have caught me, and you daggone sure wouldn't have caught me on camera.
But I feel like Patrice stood on business because she was like, yeah, because I was wondering why would you have to? When he was like, I'm multi-millionaire. Exactly. Precisely. I'm right with you.
Everything but if it's not true, why are you acting up about it? If it's not true, why are you acting up about it?
Why you don't have a reason, not excuse, but a reason why you would be sleeping on the floor. Like, my house is being renovated. So I'm at my residential property. I got a showing in the morning. So I was just kind of staying there. Like, there should have been some explanation directly after.
That he went to the place and he had whatever. It wasn't, even when she said it, it didn't sound to me that he was like, this is my home. I sleep on the floor at home. It was what she said. So it wasn't a big deal. I don't think it was a big deal, but I think just it's a trigger point for him. Whatever that insinuated to him was a trigger. So
he didn't even understand why it was a problem to her, because she could be looking at it like, oh, you're a type of man that don't even come home. You would just stay at your property. That could be a problem if we in a relationship. You know, like, it's so many reasons why it would have been a problem for her to even have mentioned it.
Come to my house. If we in a relationship?
That's what I'm saying. But, you know, if you thinking in far in advance, if I'm in a relationship with this person and they just don't want to come home, they got these rental properties. So you potentially could be taking people over to these properties. You could be doing, like, she could be all in her head being cuckoo.
Because remember, put a ring on it when old boy had the little condo on the side. And he had the other chick that he was bringing over to the condo and all that. Like, so maybe it was more on some of that. Who knows? Yeah. It just, he made it more out of proportion to me. Like, I don't feel like it was really that big of a deal, but I think the way Alexis communicated, like, oh, and sometimes you sleep on the floor, it came off a certain way too. So it could have been a lot of just the way that it was translated through the different people and how it got to him.
And I get everybody saying it's his reputation, but if it's my reputation, the way I come back to represent my reputation is going to matter. If I come back at you hostile, it's going to look like what you're saying is true. If I come back to you and say, you know what, it was a misunderstanding. This is what I was saying. Tell me what you got from it, because maybe I need to work on my communication. That's, you know, something that I'm a little off. But when I said that I was sleeping on the floor that night or whatever, this is why.
Exactly. He never explained it. That was my thing.
Not once. So I'm just like, bro, if your reputation is that important to you, you got to learn how to represent yourself properly. And whether or not you're actually sleeping on floor, you probably might not want to just divulge that information to people because you didn't really have to.
Why did you tell that? Nothing that I want. What did the old people tell us? Don't say nothing you don't want to repeat it. You don't tell nobody. You don't say it if you don't want nobody to repeat it. And you telling with somebody on the show? No.
I don't know.
That was crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know. We done made a mountain out of a molehill of this episode, so. Ooh, next week better come with the heat because we're finding out about alliances that always occur. So this is nothing new, but this is new for it to be outed out again.
They are letting it loose on this season. I said we had all the same kind of crazy stuff, and at least we kept ours under wraps like the millennials we are. These folks said, I'm telling everything.
So the two ladies on the bottom?
We know who's home.
Mika and KOSHIEA.
And clearly
we already seen a preview
with Mika in it, and KOSHIEA is gonna go home. We already know that at this point.
Well, she did say she said the circus must be in town because the clowns are out here with the fake chains. Given the results.
Maybe they don't want to be jacked. Okay, this is jacking season, and maybe they don't want to be jacked. I'm gonna just tuck mine in. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody to get your real stuff, so you wear the fake outside. I don't know.
I'm sorry. Her phrases get me every time. She wanted to smoke though. She said she came and she will welcome the smoke.
She about to get it because she going home. So
listen.
First thing smoking.
We're gonna miss a little bit of those one-liners, but it's okay, baby. It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't really have any other connections, so.
And then she falling out with her one and only, so.
And he acted a damn fool, which he knows he
did. Because he could. And listen, at this point, he probably voted her off too.
We do see a clip too of next episode of Patrice calling out Alexis for why you put my name on it.
And she didn't though.
She did.
That we saw,
but clearly with him walking around, that wouldn't have told him that. That wouldn't have told him that anything. I mean, he tried to play it off at least, so technically she could go with that. She's like, you are misinformed. Oh, that's crazy.
It's not about why you put my name on it because he was going around. It's why you talking again.
But why does it matter? I mean, I don't think it was at the point where Alexis said that. Yeah, she threw it in, but it was set in the lounge, and I'm the one going out giving the feedback, and there's no telling what was that considered an off-limit statement? I don't know.
But you just had this whole thing where you're running your mouth a bit too much to this
Y'all
person.
made me the representative, so I got to give all the feedback. This goes back to the Marie convention, right? I gotta say all the things that everybody said in the lounge, whatever. So maybe she was of that mindset, right? Like, I don't think she had to say that part to get the point across. Because you don't have to say everything that everybody says, but then it kind of leaves it up to that interpretation. Like, if you're a person like what we was talking about quick on DC 11, if you tell me it's good now, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people you just can't, you need to be very specific. These are the things you're going to say. Like, that's it.
And but Marie had his text and he still went off script.
Say it is. And then it's like, okay. But knowing and seeing this, how you know, like, she wasn't reading the room with him and seeing his energy. You didn't need to add that. He was already pissed. about just being in the bottom anyways. And then you edit that threw him. He was done. He had blacked out. He wasn't with you anymore. He had left his body. You were there by yourself at that point. So at this point, I think there's going to be probably some miscommunication from just the assumption that she did say who said it. And now that's going to be the new beef next week with the ladies. And it's unfortunate because, you know, I don't want to see Patrice get into no arguments because I like her and that's my girl. But, you know, that's how it is. It's like playing telephone. You got to see who said, you know, you don't know who said what. So,
well, they're going to be playing telephone in the next episode with alliances. Is that why LaRon is lashing out because his girl was sent home?
And now he got William in it. William is now in it because Will then recruited him to get in on it. Probably involuntarily. He probably was just like, well, I wasn't trying to be a part of that. He had asked me and I didn't know.
He's like, I ain't connected with him. I assumed that's what he was talking about.
It's like, and the gentleman, when he was asking the guys in the deliberation, and when LaRon was like, Alexis, he was like, I know you lying. Will said that to LaRon, and it's like, I don't have a connection with her. Like, you can't get mad at somebody putting your person in the bottom if you don't have no connection with that person.
Right. It is what it is.
It's not about you. It's not me going against you. I understand that's your person, but who else I'm gonna put? You gotta put multiple names. It's not like what we see is one name when they show it to us. There's multiple names and they press you on you gotta give me this many names to put in your bottom. And you're like, okay, well, I gotta say this person, even if it's somebody I don't want to say, you know. Me and Herbert were friends before the show. I don't ever want to put Herbert in the bottom because that's gonna mess him up. But he's not my connection. So at some point, I got to put him in the bottom because you're not a connection of mine, and then everybody knows it. You know, so it's like it's only so far we can go trying to be cool with somebody. You still gotta say the names.
Well, seems like LaRon is in the middle of all these tings next week.
All the tings, yeah.
As in quoting his lady, he want all the smoke for the tings he to say. So there we go.
He said he gonna blow everything up. Listen, y'all send my woman home, even though I really liked her and I didn't want to let her know that I liked her, but now I'm pissed because I really did like her. I'm burning the whole thing down.
Yeah, because he like, shoot, I ain't got no other real connection besides her, so now I'm going home too, and I can't get to play with Maya a little bit longer.
She don't like me for real. I know she don't. So
right. But I was filling up on her a little bit, but I can't do that no more because y'all about to vote me off next. Like,
I'm blowing it all up. I'm tearing it up.
He said somebody else is going on about it. He put a whole Denzel training day on us. If I go down, oh, you going down with me. You gonna drop a case on me? All right. Yeah. Oh my God.
You know, I gotta tell production, it looks like more often than not, the person who let somebody go the week before will be on the chopping block the next time. And maybe the one going home. I've been paying attention to that.
The person
the person that gives the bad news you are not ready to love. They are on the chopping block the following week, and usually the one being sent home. Not all the time, but usually.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because remember, Lamar got rid of April. Then he got sent home, and now KOSHIEA is on the bottom. Production ain't
and Will is gonna send her home because
right,
and then his ass is gone next week.
They just trying to give their last airtime. That's all. Yeah.
Right.
A little screen time. But there was that one season where somebody was always at the bottom and he was sending people and he ain't never went home all the way up until he was like, okay, well, you know what? I'll check myself out.
But who?
Blake.
Oh, he made it. Man, he really did make it through.
Blake was at that bottle thing like 50, 11 times. He was like, shoot, I'm a roach, baby. You can't get rid of me.
he had an advocate.
There were some people like that on our camp.
It was a lot of people that like Blake, though. That he didn't have that one advocate. He didn't just have that one advocate. It was just one person that really was advocating against him.
I like Blake.
9 lives because they was in the bottom so much, and we was just like, you keep rising from the ashes somehow.
Yeah, I like Blake. I totally understand Blake.
So there's that. Anyways, we're going to get up out of here because that's about it for this episode. El Cid, any final words for?
Well, just let your connections know that they're beautiful. Let them know that you really do like them. And just make sure that, if anybody else is showing them some attention, just let it flow. Because just be, mindful that your connection is strong and don't let anybody ruffle your feathers.
Amen.
Shaking the tables. Well, thank you, everybody that came out. We had 168 in this chat. I'm not sure what we had in Kojo's. I cannot tell. I cannot see it. But if you're streaming from Kojo's channel, I thank you for being here with us tonight. Do me a favor before you leave. Please hit the like button on his channel. I'm going to hold it up for a little bit second so y'all can round and bounce to both for the daggone channels. Oh, we had 126 on Kojo channel. Thank you. Thank you. Love it. Love it. Please hit the like, all of you guys. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We are still trying to get our good brother to 10K. We're trying to get him to 10K. Okay. I'm about to put this. Hopefully it don't send y'all back to my channel. Because I think.
What you put?
I'm trying to put the link to his channel from mine. So if you're over here streaming from mine, please go over to his channel real quick. Hit the subscribe button. Like the video as well. My guy was trying to be with us tonight, but the OWN was tripping over there on his side of the world. So he should be coming up. Hopefully he wakes back up and y'all get another live tonight. So if you do see him, hit the notification bell so y'all can make sure y'all be in the chat with him, giving him a hard time like y'all gave us tonight. No, we had a great time with y'all tonight. I love you all for real, for real. Aries, do you want to sit there and promote anything before you decide to get up out of here?
Nah, y'all can just follow me on Instagram. I usually just post a lot in my stories about what I got going on. I'll be in Vegas this weekend, so I'll have some fun stuff to talk about next week, y'all. All the thick brothers that's gonna be out there.
Them thick leg brothers. Yes, Lord.
The champion, the champion. The champion thick brothers.
Right. I'm rooting for my San Francisco 49ers. So
we still manifesting for Aries man to just pop up from a friend, hopefully. But if he's there this weekend, it's okay. It's okay.
We're open, we're open. We're letting the Lord just bring that positive energy around. It's no hurry, no rush. I'm living my best life. I'm enjoying it. I'm just having a good time. And if somebody wants to join me, then they need to bring all the proper things to the table. And I will be
bring the proper things to
the table. Anywho, all right. Thank y'all for having me again.
Thank you for coming along. El Cid, would you like to promote anything before we get up out of here?
No, just join us again next week, Friday, for another round.
Yes, join us here another round. Next Friday, we'll be back for our quick cap right after the episode airs to give y'all our first takes on the episode before it leaves me. I got short-term memory, so it'd be leaving out of I'll be like, what they did? What? I gotta watch it again. I missed that. So let me stop speaking negative on myself, Chad. I'm working on my memory. I got some rosemary in the refrigerator right now. Let's go. All right. Anyways, y'all, we up out of here. And let's leave y'all with a little something because y'all been good tonight. So we're going to leave y'all with a little love. All right. We're going to hit y'all with a little something from how these people was acting in this episode.
T-shirt, you done left fingerprints and all. You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.